the literal biggest mistake, the hugest mistake, is people don't have any follow-up from their lead generation campaigns. Say they've got an ebook, yeah? They have an ebook and they put the ebook in place and they send one ebook. And this is what happens to their leads. They just disappear. They're literally sending someone opts in and they send an email that has the ebook in there and they think, oh, all the links in the ebook are going to make the sales for me and this is all going to be fine. It's not. It's the biggest mistake, okay? Hands up if you're guilty of this. What do you think is possibly going to happen with that? Do you think something magic is going to happen from that one email that you probably did a half-assed attempt at putting in place? I don't think so, okay? So remember, we discussed it before, you're not following up and you're letting thousands of dollars slip through your fingers. Most businesses don't follow up or don't do it effectively, yet more than 95% of sales are made in the follow-up. In fact, that's 95% of sales are made after 7 interactions. More on the follow-up. So there are 3 specific phases in the follow-up. The first phase is the action phase, okay? We want to reward people for taking action. We wanted them to opt in for our free, whatever it is, our opt-in. So we will reward them for taking that action. And then the next phase is trust, okay? There's a trust building phase in the middle where we want to build trust with them, okay? Most people that opt in for our stuff don't know who we are. It's just represented to them on the internet. And you're like, oh yeah, that looks like a bright, shiny object. So we've got to stand out and build trust. And then the third phase is the conversion phase. We want to convert them. Once we've built trust with them, we want to give them some sort of place to go and take the action we want them to take, okay? So first mistake is there's no follow-up. There are 3 phases in it: action, trust, and conversion, okay? I'm going to literally reward people for taking action. We're going to give them what they signed up for in the action-based follow-up. And we're going to ask them to take the next step. In our action-based email, we're going to give them the ebook. We're going to give them the free report. And what is the next step we want people to take? We're going to take them on that journey as well. Does that make sense? Action phase. Get them to take the next step. Okay, good one. Then the trust building phase, okay? Trust building phase, we want to earn more trust, okay? More than what they've signed up for is what I recommend. So we're giving them an ebook. Yeah, we're giving them this ebook. What we want to do is give them more than the ebook now, but the same sort of stuff as well. Don't dilute your message here by saying, oh, a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of this, and a bit of that. No, we've got to have focus in these campaigns, okay? They've got to be focused. So if you're giving them an ebook, say, I've got an ebook about the 3 biggest mistakes businesses make when paying for leads. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to record some videos about the 3 biggest mistakes businesses make when paying for leads. Does that make sense? I'm going to take the ebook, I'm going to get in front of the camera, and I'm going to split it into 3 parts, and I'm going to send out 3 videos by email, me teaching them the 3 biggest mistakes. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Video is the most important thing we need to incorporate into our business, okay? I wanted to meet Pauline Delaney. Now, this is based around her webinar, but we did a similar sort of thing around her webinar to what I'm talking to you about opt-ins. She was making some sales, but not enough. There were people that just didn't trust her yet. So we had to build the trust, okay? We put action-based emails in place. Then we put trust emails in place, 3 of them. We did exactly what I said. We actually took her webinar, we put Pauline in front of the camera and split it down into 3 simple videos, okay? They were worth $15,000. But now I like us to send 3 to 5, okay? Because we get better conversions out of that. We've tested the process. But in Pauline's case, we sent 3, okay? We sent people into hell in the first email. Then we talked about the paradise, and then we gave them a solution. And lo and behold, they clicked through, and the solution was Pauline breaking it down, 1 problem, 1 topic in the video, and then you'll see there's actually the next step there, and we'll go through that next step and the call to action shortly. Next email. Again, we go through the problem, we give them a solution, and lo and behold, there's a pattern developing here, isn't there? We send them through to another video. And then the next one, we go through the same process. We remind them about the others and we give them a solution to another problem. Lo and behold, there's another video sitting on a page. Okay. So Pauline, in her webinar, we followed the same process, the same action, trust, and conversion process. Well, just the action and the trust in here. Pauline got a couple of sales from her webinar, okay? 2 of them came straight in from her webinar, but she got 6 sales from the action-based emails, and then she got 5 sales from the trust, sorry, 2 sales from action and 5 sales from the trust building phase. That's $15,000 in sales from building trust. Now, if you can see here, there's some stats over here. This is the action emails. Get them to go back to the webinar. If they don't come back along to it, we drip feed the content 1, content 2, content 3. Okay, those trust building videos. And we see everyone that signed up from this process went to all of those videos, and we thought, okay, we need to put some more videos in place because maybe we're missing some people as well. Anyway, 77% of these sales wouldn't have happened without the follow-up. 15,000 sales in sales came from the trust building phase. So the next phase, mistake 1, not following up enough. So there was action-based follow-up. We reward people for taking action. Step 2, there was trust building phase. So we want to build trust with people and get them to take the action we want them to take. And then the third phase is conversion phase. Once we've got their trust, okay, once we've got their trust, then we want to convert them, okay? We want to make sure that we've built their trust, then we want to take them down the path of what we want them to do. Does that make sense? It absolutely makes no sense not to be doing it, but most businesses, literally 97% of the businesses where I've gone and had a look and reviewed their lead generation campaigns, they are not doing this. They are not telling people what we want them to do next. And they're sitting there thinking, oh, how am I going to make money out of this business? This lead generation thing is not working. Yeah, you've got to tell them what we want them to do. And more on that in a moment as well. We've got to be direct here, okay? And we've got to make it a little bit limited. Now, Belinda, again, was on a webinar as well, wanted to scale. Same process, okay? Exactly the same. Action, trust, and conversion. And we put some action emails in place. We put some trust emails in place, and then we put some conversion emails in place. These conversion emails were worth $30,000. Who wants $30,000 in business by putting in a little bit of effort? So again, there's an email. We go through the hell. We go through the paradise. We go through the solution. And lo and behold, there's another video with a button underneath telling people what we want them to do. We solve one of their problems for us. These are upper level problems in the conversion phase, okay? And then this email is really important. We tell them what we want them to do, okay? We alternate these emails, a conversion one and a conversion content and a conversion, tell them what to do, yeah? See this one? This was all about booking in a call. So we want them to book in a call, yeah? If you don't tell them what to do, they're not going to know, they're not going to do it. So $15,000 in sales from the webinar, for sales, $20,000 from the trust. And then there's this conversion phase, which is this after they've stayed until the end of the webinar is when we implement the conversion phase on a webinar. Yeah. And in there, $30,000 in sales from the conversion phase only. So that's 76% wouldn't have happened without the follow-up. $49,000 in sales from the follow-up, including the trust and the conversion phases, okay? So it's super, super important to make sure you're following up. That's how you get to doubling your sales. What most people do, they send a welcome email, the action-based email. This is what most people are doing. This is what we should be doing. We should be sending the action-based email, welcoming people, telling them what to do. Then we should be sending 5 video emails, building trust. 5 video emails, building trust. Write that down. And then we've got this conversion phase. Now in the conversion phase, we can be super specific. If someone clicks through and watches our videos, we can have a different conversation with them. If someone clicks and watches our videos, we know they're engaging with us, we can talk to them differently. If they don't click through and watch the videos, then we'll say something else. Does that make sense? With marketing automation platforms, we can make this stuff easy, yeah? And it makes our business better. It makes our conversations with people better. It makes people feel like they're not just another number. Super, super important.